like what we would call, not you personally, but do you ever go in a place where you get an attitude?
Yeah.
For whatever reason? Alright?
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Is it the way you look or something that they're experiencing? Sometimes you walk in and they like look at you like, you know, and then what do we do? Well, I'm talking about us. What do we do? When you get attitude? Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you give it back, sometimes you walk away, whatever it is, okay? And so, that we unconsciously or consciously spring off of what we get. And that's what makes life fun, you know, depending upon what it is. So what if, let's go one more time. Give me the, yeah, I like it. Excuse me, officer, did I do anything wrong? Is it something funny? I mean, did I go through a red light or something? Or why did you pull me over? Is this punked? I mean, I like... Alright, can you imagine a cop is cute too? And so, I got out of a ticket like that one time. Because this cop pulled me over passing this guy. And I said, I remember you. I wasn't trying to hit on her. I remembered her from a car accident. I knew about, and she goes, oh yeah, I know you. She totally forgot why she pulled me over. So I'm responding, and then she started laughing, so I started picking up from that. So now, with all this said and done, you're saying, well, it's all great that you know, she's giving me physicality, and I'm doing this freaking monologue. Who am I going to do? Let your character do those things to you, and respond to them, and then your monologue will have texture and color to it. Okay? All right. Thank you. Oh, dude. Come on, you're in the front row, can I tell you? This will just take a second. Then I'll give you a break, and then we'll come in and we'll start these suckers. Do you understand what I'm saying about this whole deal? Am I alleviating any stress? No. All right, you walk in, you come over here. So you got the first line.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
All right.
All right? All right, give me a minute. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Can't hear.
Right.
A little loud.
You're probably pissed at me because I haven't called you back.
I am.
I hate it when people don't return my calls.
Why did you do it?
You're probably thinking, well, that's what guys do. You give them your number and then call you back.
Sometimes.
That's not why I didn't call.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't call because I didn't have anything to say. I mean, I knew what I was feeling, but I didn't know how to verbalize it in a way that wouldn't hurt.
I don't believe that.
Good. Nice. Sensitive, right? So now, how does he do that when he does his monologue? He doesn't have her there. Now, if they were in a play, she might be there, and the way the writer writes it, there'd be no dialogue. All right? You know, that's what makes it a monologue. So let's try it one more time. No lines this time for you.
Okay.
I just want you to be in the moment and let him do his thing. And, you know, do things. Just try that.
Oh man, I forgot my words.
I know. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad you came. Take a seat. Probably pissed at me because I haven't returned my calls.
Hi, you can just come with me now. We have your files ready. Thank you.
Whoa, hold on. We're working on something. What are you taking her away for?
I don't know, it just takes the moods from the scene.
No, but I'm trying to have him give him the opportunity to do without her responding. I mean, no, that's not incorrect what I just said. You are responding, you're just not speaking. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad you came. Take a seat. I know you're probably pissed at me because I haven't returned your phone calls. I hate it when people don't return my calls.
All right, right, cut. All right, you may stay. You can sit down.
Okay.
Doing it again. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad you came. Take a seat. You're probably pissed at me because I haven't returned phone calls. I hate it when people call me back.
All right. It's going to be the shortest monologue. What I wanted to show you is that you when you did your lines, your grade, you gave him, and when I asked you not to speak, you still did just as much. You did a nice job. And then because of that, he had the roadmap. He knew his lines would be better. He had the roadmap on what to do when you were not there. Because he had you to help him. So that's what we have to do. When you do these monologues, first of all, ask yourself, I'm repeating myself now, and then I'm going to give you a break. Who am I talking to? So is it the audience? Then create that. If it's another character, then create that. If it's yourself, then create that. And then respond off of it. So that sometimes she did something interesting. He said, well, I guess you thought I wasn't going to call you. And she went, that's good. And use that in your mind. Say, hey, that's what she does. I guess I thought you didn't think I was going to call you. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to tell you something. See, I didn't go, I guess you didn't think I was going to call you. Well, no, I allowed her to react even though she's not there. And what you're doing in the net effect is you're creating another person in a scene. Now, before we break, I want to just say, well, he's like saying, no. We're now in an audition. All right, I want to answer this question. Let's say you're at a college audition. The things that you guys are going to come up with is you're either going to be in an agent's office, if you want to get a commercial agent, or a college audition. So you say, who do I do it to now? It's an audition. It's not a performance. If you see this one he's doing, I would create her somewhere, but I wouldn't put her over here. I would put her here. I would do this. I would put her in here. Now, in a performance, this is a bad idea. Why?
Because you're fast.
Yeah, but in an audition, it's actually okay because they can see through it, and now I'm talking to her and they can see your face. You can cheat like hell when you do that. What if, I'm sorry, I'm going to turn my back to you. He's the casting producer and she's the producer, and I don't have any, I can't put a chair there. I'm in an office. So put her over there. I guess, yeah, great, come on in, sit down. I guess you're wondering why, I'm doing it right here. Put her over here. Put her wherever you want that serves your purpose. And your purpose, this would be a bad choice. Tell me if you're wrong. He's the producer, she's the casting director. Come on in. Really glad you were here. What's wrong with this? Yeah, he can't see. So they have to be able to see you. So an audition's kind of screwy because you have to cheat. You have to be seen, right? But this is what I don't want you to do. This is a good way to get screwed out of getting accepted to a school. I guess you're wondering why I'm here. What's wrong with that? Yeah, because he doesn't want to be bothered. He's seeing 300 students that day. He wants to be free to watch and make notes and look at her and go like that or whatever. And when you're doing it to him, he has to engage you back, and he's pissed because now he's got to write it real. Leave him alone. Now, what if your monologue is presentational? Those of you that are doing it to an audience, do it this way. Say, hey, well, I guess you're wondering why I was here. See, and well, the reason why I'm here is I wanted to talk to you all. And but I'm not looking at him really. I'm kind of like up here. And you can create. Well, wait a minute. I know what you're saying. And the trick with this is a lot of acting teachers tell you to do it over their head. All right? And to a certain extent, I understand where they're coming from. But at a certain point, you got to connect. I guess you got to wondering why. And let's say he's still the producer. Well, and I'm talking to him, but it's an empty chair. Well, I guess you're wondering why I was here. Well, let me tell you about it. Anyway. And so you're moving it around. You create an audience, but you don't do it directly to them. you might give them a little shot. Every once in a while you give them a little glint. Well, yeah, you know how that goes. And anyway, and you give them a little shot so that they go, oh, it's presentational, I get it. And then he's still free to do his notes and whatever. Yeah.
So for like a soliloquy, I would just, and I was like...
For soliloquy,
Yeah.
I'm getting to that.
So
I just did other character, right, here, there. I did audience. Now what about a soliloquy? I'm Hamlet. He's the producer, she's the director. Whatever it is. Be or not to be, that's the question. I mean, whether I should be doing this or doing that. I'm talking to myself. All right? And you create it. Yeah. You don't even steps through. So you know what I'm saying? So you create it. But what I don't want you to do, and I've been more on that side than I've been on this side. You don't want the person to go, "Hi, how are you? Be or not to be?" That, and they go, "Leave me alone." Yes.
So would it be a good idea to kind of look in their direction, but almost like looking through them?
Yeah.
No.
Don't look in their direction.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah, you don't want to go, "To be or not to be?" That is the question. He doesn't know you're looking through him.
That's right.
So try and stay away. I was there. To be, see, they can see my face. Not to be. That's the question. Blah blah blah. I'm talking to myself. I don't know what to do. Blah blah blah. Now, what about this other thing? What about movement? Before we take a break, only move if you may with purpose. So don't go. Now, I'm doing this on purpose, by the way, because it's called dissipation. So what if I did something like this? To be or not to be? That is the question. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? And he's right, guy grabbed his ball. Do not admit. So, and it doesn't have to be suggestive. What if I just did it like this? To be or not to be? That is the question. You say, why is this guy rubbing his pants? He should have gone to the bathroom beforehand. So, I am not suggesting you have to be like this. It could be to be or not to be. That is the question. Whatever. And you move, you live. But don't put too much stuff in that you feel. And the same thing like we said the first day. You know, it's to be or not to be. That's the question. Whether it's nobler to be, blah, blah, blah. And you're doing this. What's the deal? So you could say, to be or not to be? That is the question. I wouldn't do this for Hamlet, by the way. But notice that I moved and then I said my line. So make the movement work for you. All right? But don't do movement which you would consider dissipation. And here, I see this all the time. To be or not to be. So you say, what the hell's... Unless it's comedy. All right, comedy's something else. So you say, well, I was going to really ask you, well, do you... All right. Want to go out with me? You know, you're using it for effect. But other than that, try to stay away from it. Any questions? No? Take a 10-minute break, and then we'll do as many of these as we can do today.